Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce ourselves. My name is Utarianda Putri and my partner Sari Ridayanti. In this video, we are going to discuss about antagonist and climax in the story. Okay, the first material will be explained by Sari.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, friends. Today I will explain about antagonist. In literary, an antagonist is a character or a group of characters which stands opposition to the protagonist, which is the main character. The term antagonist comes from Greek word antagonistis, which means competitor or rival. It is common to refer an antagonist is a villain or the bad guy against a hero, or the good guy fight in order to save himself or others. In some cases, an antagonist may exist within the protagonist. Cause that inner conflict is a major theme in many literary works, such as Dr. Faustus by Christopher Marlowe and Hamlet by William Shakespeare. Generally, an antagonist appears a foil to the main character, embodying qualities that are in contrast with the qualities of the main character. The function of antagonist. Conflict is a basic element of any plot. The presence of an antagonist alongside a protagonist is vital for the typical formula of a plot. The antagonist opposes the protagonist in his endeavors, and thus the conflict ensues. The protagonist struggles against the antagonist, taking the plot to a climax. Later, the conflict is resolved with the defeat of the antagonist, or as in tragedies, with the downfall of the protagonist. Types of the antagonist. The first is villain. When you think antagonist, the first thing that comes to mind is probably a evil doing characters. This is of course a villain antagonist see so often in stories from Dickens to Disney. Example for a classic villain stories is a Voldemort from Harry Potter and Darth Vader from Star Wars. The second is group villain. The group villain usually represents political values and social morals that clash with the protagonist in a drastic ways. Example of a group villain antagonist: the community from the Griever and the Capitol from the Hunger. And the third is intimate force. Example of intimate force as antagonist is nature in Robinson Crusoe's technology and the thermometers, the supernatural in the short story The Mystery of the Red Death. And the last is intrigue force. Example of intrigue force as antagonist is Elizabeth Prejudice in Pride and Prejudice, the narrator paranoid in Edgar Allan Poe, the tall heart Henny, the Temples. Okay, it's all the type of antagonists. Okay, I think enough. Thank you for your attention. And the next material will be explained by Utari Yanda Putri.
continue the explanation from Sari about climax in the story. Climax, a Greek term meaning ladder, is that particular point in a narrative at which the conflict or tension hits the highest point. It is a structural part of a plot and is at times referred to as a crisis. It is a decisive moment or a turning point in a storyline at which the rising action turns around into a falling action. Thus, a climax is the point at which a conflict or crisis reaches its peak, then calls for a resolution or denouement or conclusion. Next, example of climax in literature. In story, Romeo and Juliet by William Shakespeare. In William Shakespeare's play Romeo and Juliet, the story reaches its climax in Act 3. In the first sense of the act, Romeo challenges Tybalt to a duel after Tybalt killed Mercutio. And fire fury be my conduct now. Now Tybalt take the feeling back again. That let thou gaps me. For Mercutio's soul is but a little way above our heads. As soon as he killed Tybalt, Romeo said, "Oh, I'm fortune's fool." He realized that he has killed his wife's cousins. This juncture in the play is a climax as the audience wonders how Romeo will get out of this terrible situation. Similarly, it qualifies as a climax because after this act, all the prior conflicts start to be resolved and mysteries unfold themselves, thus moving the story toward its logical conclusion during the coming scenes. Next, climax as a stylistic device. As a stylistic device, the term climax refers to a literary device in which words, phrases, and clauses are arranged in an order to increase their importance within the sentences. Okay, the last function of climax. A climax, when used as a plot device, helps readers understand the significance of the previously rising action to the point in the plot where the conflict reaches its peak. The climax of the story makes readers mentally prepared for the resolution of the conflict. Hence, it's important to the plot structure of the story. Moreover, climax is used as a stylistic device or a figure of speech to render balance and brevity to speech or writing. Being pre-employed, it qualifies itself as a wonderful, powerful tool that can instantly capture and the undivided attention of listeners and readers alike. Hence, its importance cannot be underestimated. Okay, I think enough. Thanks for your great attention, and I say thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.